All right, guys, this is Jared. We're down at the Sugarhouse. It is Sunday, May 4th, and we have the evaporator going. No, we're not making syrup. We have it filled with water. We put some cleaner in it, and we just gonna fire it up, get it up to 150, 200 degrees, somewhere in there. We might take it to a boil. Just breaking stuff up a little bit, getting it clean, and then we're going to drain it and pressure wash it. So we fired it last weekend, I think. We put the water in it, we fired it up, let it boil, did a little bit of scrubbing here and there, and then we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to fire it up, same water still in it, and then we're going to drain it, we're going to start pressure washing it. We'll see how clean it comes, and we'll probably try it again a couple more times. So my goal is to have the evaporator cleaner for the 2026 season than it was for the 2025 season. Last year didn't really go as planned and things like that, but we'll see. We're trying to get ahead of next year as much as possible, but I am real busy. Both my daughters are playing softball. My son, fortunately, is not playing ball, but my daughters are both playing ball. This past week, we had a game every single day except for one, and that was on the schedule. Then we got some rain, things got canceled, and so now this week and every week after this for the next month or so, it's going to be even more busy because now we have makeup games that we have to play. So it's like, it was raining earlier, it's not raining right now. So I thought I'd come down here. I can't do any real field work today. I'd like to move round bales. I'd like to get it field started to work on so I could plow it, but really got to get the evaporator cleaned, at least more than it was. Got the RO, have to still get the RO ready for the off season. Kind of going back and forth on the RO. This year we expanded the membranes. We got 4 membranes, and to me it's a pain to take the membranes out. So I'm actually thinking about leaving them in and running water through them periodically throughout the summer. Just keeping them wet. I don't really see, I've seen some videos. Nate Bissell did videos. I think Dan Crocker does it that way. I think Glenn Goodrich does it that way. Now, obviously, I think Goodrich's have 90 some membranes, but still, ours are vertical. Pull them out. It's a lot of work to do by myself to pull them out, store them, mix up the storage solution, all that, and it's a lot of work to put them back together. I actually have a friend that has had reverse osmosis for a lot longer than most people around here, and they never take theirs out. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it, and as long as you keep it wet, I think you're going to be fine. I know some people are worried about, well, if the Sugarhouse freezes, stuff like that. Well, yeah, that's true, but just got to be vigilant about coming down and making sure things are good, I guess. We've had that happen before too, where the electric was off and things froze. Now this year I had the electric off was I was working on it. I had a propane heater down here I ran for probably 48 hours or so, and just to keep the RO room, I think I kept it about 35, 40 pretty easily. So it wasn't too bad. I had it on a 40-pound propane tank. It worked. So that's I think I'm just going to try it. What the heck, I don't think it's going to hurt the membranes by doing that. I don't think it's going to be any better for them. Just taking them apart seems like it's a pain. But we're also working on the Sugarhouse. I should say I am. I've been just kind of cleaning and organizing and trying to get things better for next year. I'm going to buy a bunch of some storage bins and have my 1.5 1.5 inch and my 2-inch PVC and all that sorted out better, so I can find things better. And outside, we're still working outside, getting ready to put in a on-demand water heater, propane on-demand water heater for the Sugarhouse, and a sink, which will be just huge. I thought I was going to have to hire somebody to do it, but I think I'm going to be able to do it by myself. So we'll take the camera and we'll give you a little bit of look-see. There's stuff everywhere still, and we're still under construction. For the most part, I am a one-man show. So here is the evaporator. This is my Lapierre 3.5 by 14 Lapierre Volcano 2000. This one is actually a Vulcan because it's actually came from Quebec and was shipped down to Lapierre and Swanton, and then I bought it used from them. 2013. First season we used it was 2014, and then we got the piggyback for the 2019 season. So that's what we have there. Pardon the mess because we're still under construction. I'm doing electrical work, I'm doing plumbing, I'm just kind of doing things one thing at a time when I get time. So this is our RO. It's a Lapierre New Generation 2000 Turbo New Generation 2000. We bought it 2019 with 2 membranes, and for 2025 we expanded it to 4, and I love it. I wish I'd have done it sooner. I actually run the permeate. I actually all season this season 2025 I actually was able to run the permeate full bore and concentrate at 2 gallons a minute all day, every day, no problem. And I was actually having to back off the permeate because I did not want to go. I was just trying to go about 18 or so. So I actually would back the permeate off so that I would stay at 18 and not go above. But if we get our refrigerated tank set up for 2026, we're going to take it to 22 probably. So in here we got the wall we tore apart, getting ready to put the on-demand heater. It's going to be out there, and then we're going to make a hole through the wall right here, so this room will heat the pipes to that. So we take you outside and show you outside. We check the boil here real quick. Got a little bit of foam in there. It needs a good cleaning, that's for sure. It's up to about 200. And we'll go around here, we'll check the piggyback, see how much water's in the piggyback. About 3 inches in the piggyback. The floats are something I really want to get clean better. They're hard to clean. I do want to get them better. We got her up to 205, so we're just going to kick her back. So we'll put it back on low. Just let it boil for a little bit. Putting out some water out the piggyback. So we'll go outside. We'll show you outside real quick what we're doing. So this is right here on this wall. We're going to put the on-demand heater. Got that put in. Then we're just going to cut out the wall right underneath it, the little box, and we're going to have a box come up and cover the bottom of it. So all these pipes will be exposed to the inside, and then that room will heat the pipes. So that's what we got there. We still have to move the tanks and do all the gravel underneath the tanks and fill this back in where it washed out. All the permafrost underneath the building thawed out and actually caused the water to run right down through there. I think that ladder fell over. But we have to move the tanks and get them out of here. Then we're going to gravel it all in and everything. But we did extend the roof. So the problem was when we did it, you know, I thought 36 feet would be plenty wide. But the problem I had with that was that when we got the tanks in here sitting on these decks, I only had that much room to walk through to get to the building. Then I actually had to go out around the pole. And beginning of the season, we had a lot of ice. And then, of course, the end of the season, you get some rain and stuff. So we decided to do an overhang. So that is a 5-foot overhang that we did. And then we're going to sheet that. So that will give you 5 feet more. And it's 10 feet off the ground, 10 feet off the ground level. So that'll give you 5 feet more right under here. And that'll give me a place to walk. I could park the 4-wheeler under here easily. Could park the side-by-side under here at least, so the driver's seat wasn't exposed to rain. Actually, probably could back it in right here in front of this tank and it would probably fit. But we still want to excavate this whole thing out and make the driveway wider over there, go right towards the trees, right towards that lift, and just kind of working at it. So my plan is, I can't, I have a hard time right now, especially we're still in school, girls are playing softball, busy. I can't, I'm not going to have a day, right? So I have to work a couple hours at a time whenever I can. Yesterday, my daughter Letty was supposed to have a softball game last night. That got canceled to rain. My nephew had a baseball game. My other nephew had a birthday party. My niece had a birthday party. So yesterday was kind of a total, just something going on all day. So I didn't get to do it. I fed bales in the morning, and I did moved the bales that were by the pile and organized them and took a couple real old nasty bales out to the woods. But after that, I didn't get anything else done. So I just have to really try to make good use of the time that I get, and that's hard. It's not easy. You have to, like today would be a good day to spread manure, maybe, because I have a field I'd like to plow, but I don't have the manure spreader hooked up. I don't have the skid steer where it needs to be. I don't have, so it takes time to do all that. But, you have to do what you can do when you can do it. And, we're in here doing this today. So that's just a quick update. I want to do a little bit of things with the drone. We're going to try to get the drone up in the air. Looking into, like, you can make like a map. When I do that, I'll show it to you probably, but I haven't quite figured it out. It's like, it involves tricking the software of the drone to, you actually replace a file on the drone with a file that you make on a mapping software site. It's pretty cool, but I've been trying to figure it out. I didn't quite have it, so I need to have the drone do a little flying so I can make the file. But we're just down here doing a little bit of cleaning and trying to get this play so it's ready to go. As far as for next year, I already started putting saddles in. I started making new drops. I ordered some stuff, and we're just kind of going to go a little bit. I figure a couple hours a week would be more than I did all year last year. A couple hours a week preparation for next season. If you think about it, it's probably 40 weeks away, maybe not quite that much. So that's 2 hours a week is 80 hours, so that's equivalent of about 2 weeks. It's not nearly enough, but we're going to do what we can to get ready for next year as much as possible. When you have a full-time job and 3 kids and you're a single dad, there's not enough time in the day. I don't care what day it is, But anyway, I think that's ramble on enough. Thanks for checking in with us, and stay tuned for like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more from Triple D Farms, Triple D Maple, and Triple D Cabins. Have a great day.